Hello everybody, Keough here, and I have some deadlifts for you on a Sunday evening. I'm experimenting with a higher volume approach to deadlifting, so I did 21 total repetitions at 80% spaced out over 7 sets. If your math is correct, and I know it is, you know that that means 3 repetitions per set if I space them out evenly. And that's exactly what I did. So this is 455 for 7 sets of 3. Tried to keep the rest intervals down to around 5 minutes. I did use straps today because my hand is still recovering from passing out and landing on it a couple of weeks ago. It feels pretty good, but I don't want to really test it too much with heavy pulling. It's starting to bother me when I try to hold a loaded barbell. So I'm still working on getting that hand back in order. These sets felt okay. My back is a little bit fatigued at the end. Hanging out at home, I have to admit, my back is a little bit fatigued. But overall, I was really happy with the amount of volume I got in. I'm going to experiment with some high volume cycles and see how I respond to it. Over the last couple of years, my deadlift has inched forward. And I'm okay with that because I started out as a pretty good deadlifter, and for me to make 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds in progress over the course of a single year on my deadlift while staying in the same weight class is great. But I want to see how doing a more volume-heavy approach with lower RPEs will help me. Over the last year, I have trained almost exclusively with a high-intensity method. Most cycles are single repetition cycles. I usually end up working up to 3 or 4 singles at or above 90% with a new max done every single week. That's been my traditional approach to my deadlift training, and now I'm going to try something a little bit new. And I'm going to do it for this cycle, and I'm going to alternate cycles between high volume pulling and deficit pulling to sort of give my back a rest. And that'll be higher intensity work. But I'll find ways to keep the bar weight off the floor lower by using different deficits. Oh, what's going on over here? By using different deficit heights, and in addition to that, by using accommodating resistance, like the reverse, or like the monster mini bands that I used last cycle. But so I'm interested in seeing what happens to my deadlift with this. I'm really going to try something new and see what happens, and I'm hoping for the best. I started to fatigue a little bit at the end of this. But I was able to get every rep okay. It didn't quite have the snap off the floor that I had at the start, so I started pulling slower, started locking out slower, but overall pretty happy with my hip position, pretty happy with my technique. My lower back rounding has gone from egregiously excessive to just plain excessive, and I'm pretty happy about that. It's getting a little bit better. This is just under 3 times my body weight, so to get it for 21 reps in one session is quite good. I'm going to try this volume-heavy approach for this cycle. I'm going to see how I respond to it. I'm going to see how it affects my squatting, because that's important to me. And then I'll just go from there. After this, I did some speed work. I ended up doing it with sumos. I haven't pulled sumo in a long time, so here's one set. You get to watch me pull sumo. Technique actually isn't awful. I worked really hard at it, though I never got good at the lift. Anyway, keep checking in. More videos soon.